Obviously, they use cursive writing, so I'm going to have a challenge with this. Yolanda, is she here? Oh, there she is. That's Yolanda. I know that face.
She's speaking on the senior.
It's speaking on the Rensselaer Seniors, or the Rensselaer County Senior Center here in Troy, I think. Overall. Hi, Yolanda.
You know me for a long time.
Yes, I have. I just couldn't read the name.
Good evening. I'm Yolanda Komprowski, and I'm president of the Troy Senior Center. On behalf of our seniors, which quite a few of them are here this evening, thank you for allowing us to present our concerns. As you all heard this evening, that the Troy Center is relocating to the Lansingburgh Boys and Girls Club. We have a petition signed by 150 of our members and seniors stating we are not pleased with this location. A couple of weeks ago, we were told that the location will be beneficial not to just our seniors, but to the children that attend the club by intermingling with them and helping with homework and so forth. How they came up with that decision is beyond our understanding. We do understand the Lansingburgh Club is in financial need, and perhaps this decision would probably help them, but it doesn't help our seniors. Some of the members that have attended our center were sex offenders, drug dealers, and had mental issues. And if some of the members are in that category now, we have no idea. It would not be safe, an environment for children to be around. As much as we all love children, at this stage in our lives, 70, 80, 90 years old, we go to the center to participate in adult activities and adult companionship. Almost all our seniors live alone, and they look forward to attending our many fun and health beneficial activities, rather than staying home alone. We are not secondhand citizens. We are voting citizens, and we have paid taxes to the county, and some of our members still pay taxes. For some, the only meal they receive is at the center, and they also take a bag lunch home for dinner. These members will not be returning because of the distance. In fact, right now, most of our active members, our volunteers, stated they will not be going to the new location. And most important, as you and everyone knows, the Lansingburgh area isn't what it used to be many years ago. There has been numerous crimes committed that have taken place there. Our seniors are very leery of this location. It's not safe. In fact, at one of our Wednesday morning swim class, one of our seniors had her sunroof broken into in that parking lot. Most of our members live in the center of the city, in the senior housing buildings. They can walk to the center, and some that are in wheelchairs and walkers, they do have van transportation. Several do take the bus, and the bus stop is only a few doors away. Not too many own cars. In the past few months, we have mentioned this to the county. Some of the vacant buildings in the center of the city and that were available, and they had parking. But our answer was it was too costly to renovate. We also heard from a good source, and that was the mayor, that the land next to the Kennedy Towers is available to build a center. That would have been perfect. Before I finish my remarks, I would like to say that yesterday, Rich Christ was at the center and spoke to about 8 of our members. Most of the members were gone because it was at the end of lunch period and they had to leave. We discussed this move and how upsetting it is to the seniors. It was stated that it was only a temporary, possibly 2 years until a place is found in the center of the city. Our question is, if they are affected by this move. The most concerned issue is to get out the meals for the seniors, which we totally agree that is most important. But the meals can be done in any facility that the center would be housed. It was stated, it's a done deal, but deals can also be reversed to satisfy all involved. Our last resort was to address you, this body, and perhaps you would be able to come up with a solution, or go out to the public and come up with an idea or for maybe a donation of a building that would be advantageous to the seniors and to the county officials. Thank you for your attention. And I do have the petition here if anybody wants it.
I'll take that, Yolanda.
You want it?
Yes. Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you very much.
So we file it officially with the clerk, so it'll be on file.
Okay. Thank you, Yolanda.
You're welcome.
Next speaker, and I apologize if I can't read the last name at all, but Sheeta? What's Sheila, maybe? 2126 4th Avenue.
I wasn't speaking.
You weren't speaking? Oh, okay. Thank you. Then our next would be David Chittery from Cooperative Extension. If you'd like to come down with your group, it's always great to see you come down every year and provide us gifts.
Good evening, everyone. My name is David Chinnery. I work at Cornell Cooperative Extension, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we do. I'm the horticulture educator for Cooperative Extension, and I just wanted to mention that soon you'll all be planting trees and mowing your lawns and doing all those wonderful horticultural things, and the horticulture industry in the county is actually pretty big. The New York State nursery industry is worth $6.3 billion annually. But in Rensselaer County, horticulture is worth $6.9 million, and the nursery industry is worth $5.8 million. Rensselaer County's residents spend $23 million on gardening each year, and they spend $5.9 million on lawn care. And then for Cooperative Extension, we have 76 master gardeners who are volunteers. They answered 3,200 gardening questions last year and volunteered 3,400 hours. And their volunteer time was worth $85,000. So you can see there's a lot of money in horticulture, and we're glad that you all support it, and we certainly appreciate that. Felicia Chandler is going to speak about nutrition. So Felicia.
Hello, everybody. My name is Felicia Chandler. I'm a nutrition program educator for Rensselaer County Cornell Cooperative Extension. In our office, we offer education through the Expand Food and Nutrition Education Program, Eat Smart New York, and the Department of Aging and Senior Nutrition Program. We feel fortunate to be able to enhance and strengthen the lives of our residents through good nutrition and food safety. We encourage local foods in our program and help our program participants of all ages to understand where their food comes from. Lastly, many chronic health conditions can be controlled and are prevented through good nutrition. I take pride in my job and take it very serious to help families experience good health through good nutrition. I want to share a couple of quotes that I have from some of the participants I see. So some of my participants say, I learned how to read food labels correctly and make better food choices. Great recipes that are easy and fun to make. I learned about healthy food options. I prepare my foods and meals at home more often, seeing my kids to be helpful and enjoying cooking. My kids continue to try new foods. My family eat more fruits and vegetables. So tonight I made a recipe called black bean brownies. I see some of you guys are already starting enjoying it. So this is pretty simple and easy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kayla Statham, and I am the 4-H and Adult Agriculture Educator here with Rensselaer County Extension, and I am excited to share with you some highlights on behalf of our organization. We offer and promote a variety of workshops, trainings, and events throughout the year for producers and the community as a whole. One event that encompasses our goal with educating the community is Farm Day Out, which was started in 2017. The purpose of this event is to educate the community on different agriculture topics, as well as support local ag businesses and organizations while getting the opportunity to be on a farm. Last year's event was a huge success. It was held at Kinderhook Creek Farm in Stephentown, and we had over 250 attendees. We are super excited to have our third annual Farm Day Out this year on Sunday, September 13th from 12 to 3 at Windy Hill Orchard. We work with our regional partners on the Capital Area Agriculture and Horticulture Program, or the CAP team, where they have 5 specialists, 1 for field crops, 1 for horticulture, 1 for livestock, and 2 for ag business. CAP staff are able to provide increasingly technical support to our farmers that face immense challenges on a wide range of subjects. We also support the use of local foods and buying from local farms. That's why we are super excited about Harvest Connection, a farm-to-table initiative that promotes farms and farmers markets throughout the Capital District. Consumers are able to search for specific products via our website and now our app to help them find local products. So they can go in and search local products, and it'll help them find the closest farmers market or farm near them. We currently have about 142 farms in our database and have 400 community members signed up for our e-newsletter. Lastly, we carry out youth outreach. Not only do we offer a variety of workshops, educational opportunities for our 4-H members, but there are also a variety of in-school programs such as vermiculture composting, container gardening, ag days, and ag in the classroom. Thank you for your ongoing support of CCE so we continue to support our current and future farmers. Next, we will hear from Brigham Logue, one of our 4-H members.
Good evening, everyone. I've spoken here a few times before, and I recognize many faces around the room. And I'm here once again to thank you for all your continuous support and to tell you that I would not be here without 4-H, and I wouldn't be where I am without 4-H. It has helped me so much. I've done projects from chickens, rabbits, replacement heifers, showing horses, doing educational events, anything you could nearly imagine in 4-H, I have done it. And it has made me a lot of friends, a lot of connections, and I just want to say that your help has greatly extended my reach and has helped me reach my dreams. Thank you.
Stay right here for a minute, please. Stay right here. Kenny, would you like to come up? And anybody else in regards to the 4-H? And we have a number of farmers here as well that, oh, well, okay. Just so that you know that this legislative body as a whole last month passed a resolution. This resolution was a resolution recognizing Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rensselaer County for their contributions during the National Nutrition Month in Rensselaer County and designating the month of March 2020 as National Nutrition Month in Rensselaer County. And obviously with the initiatives that you bring forth, the education you provide, not just only to the youth in the city, in the county, but the youth and the adults in the county, but the everyday way that we live. You educate us every time to think more about the healthy things we should be doing rather than the shortcuts we take. So I appreciate that as well. Kenny, would you like to say something? I know you've brought this program going right along since the 1800s or something.
Yeah. I would like to say, I think, you know, I was in 4-H. I joined 4-H in 1950, so that was quite a few years ago, right? I think I was 10 years old. You had to be 10 years old, I think, at the time. So I joined in 1950, and I think I was on the board of Extension when I got home from the service back in 1968. That was when I was on the board. So it's been a few years, but I'm still around, and so is Extension. I mean, you do a great job, and thank you all of you.
Anyone else like to say anything? You good? Well, thank you very much. Here's a resolution. Thank you again for everything you've done. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bees and brownies.
Now you know what it is, guys.
Beans and brownies. Okay, everybody, this is the time when we get on with business and do the legislative duties for this month. The legislature is now called to roll at 7:08. Clerk, will please call the roll.
Mr. Bailey. Oh, can you turn that down more? Mr. Ba- oh. To 4? Mr. Bailey. Here. Mr. Bendet. Here. Mr. Burns. Here. Mr. Casal. Here. Ms. Doran. Present. Mr. Fiacco. Mr. Fleming. Here. Mr. Grant. Present. Mr. Grimm. Here. Mr. Harrington. Present. Ms. Hoffman. Mr. Leveridge. Here. Mr. Patiri. Here. Mr. Peter. Here. Mr. Tessman. Here. Ms. Sullivan-Tita. Present. Ms. Weaver. Here. Mr. Wysocki. Here. Chairman Stammel.
Here.
There are 17 present and 2 absent.
Invocation, Mr. Grant.
Holy Lord, please help us move beyond the walls that obstruct us. Give us the strength and wisdom to walk ahead and travel down the road together. Amen.
Amen. Mr. Grimm, pledge allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the regular meeting of February 11, 2020, and approve the minutes as printed.
So moved. Seconded. All in favor? Aye. So moved. Presentation of petitions.
On file?
Presentation of communications.
On file?
Reports of commissions.
On file?
Department reports.
On file?
Reports of standing committees.
On file?
Local laws.
There are none tonight.
Index of resolutions. P 7920.
P7920, resolution recognizing April 2020 as National Donate Life Month, introduced by Chairman Stammel and the entire legislative body.
On the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 8020.
P8020, resolution recognizing April 19th through the 25th, 2020 as Library Week in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Grant and the entire legislative body.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 8120.
P8120, resolution declaring that Rensselaer County is a Purple Heart community, introduced by legislators Harrington and the entire legislative body.
On the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 8320.
P8220.
Oh, 8220, I'm sorry.
Resolution recognizing the month of April 2020 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month in Rensselaer County, introduced by legislators Dorn and the entire legislative body.
On the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 8220.
P8320, resolution supporting the New York State Senate Bill S1222A to provide tax credits to volunteer fire, ambulance, and emergency medical personnel, introduced by Chairman Stammel and the entire legislative body.
On the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 8420.
P8420, resolution urging the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation to conduct air sampling in Rensselaer County, introduced by Chairman Stammel and the entire legislative body.
On the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P 8520.
P8520, resolution calling the governor and New York State Legislature to preserve the 0% Medicaid growth cap for all counties, introduced by Chairman Stammel and the entire legislative body.
On the question. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 4620.
G 8620, resolution amending.
G 8720.
G 8720, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, public defender, conflict defender, and county attorney, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 8820.
G 8820, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, public defender, conflict defender, and county attorney, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 8920.
G 8920, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 8920.
G 9020,
9020,
resolution
there you
amending
go.
the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, office of the Rensselaer County Sheriff, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? So moved.
17 ayes.
G 9120.
G 9120, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a grant from the New York State Office of Homeland Security for the State Law Enforcement Terrorism Prevention Program and amending the 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budget, office of the Sheriff, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
G 92, so moved. G 9220.
G 9220, resolution authorizing the Rensselaer County executive to reserve the interest income of the EH fund to the nursing home equipment capital reserve fund, Bureau of Finance, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed? So moved. G 9320.
G 9320, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, public defender, conflict defender, and county attorney, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 9320. No? 94.
G 9420, resolution authorizing the purchase of a garbage disposal van Rensselaer Manor, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 9520.
G 9520, resolution authorizing a contract for language services van Rensselaer Manor, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 9620.
G 9620, resolution authorizing a contract for linen services van Rensselaer Manor, introduced by legislators Grant, Testman, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 9720.
G 9720, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, district attorney, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 9820.
G 9820, resolution amending resolution number G 19419 in relation to the agreement for design, engineering, and construction support services related to the fire training tower facility, central services, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
I just want to add that being a firefighter myself and being at that fire tower, the old one before it was obviously condemned, this is a great step forward for Rensselaer County and its emergency responders, and will provide them much-needed training in a real-life real-life training exercises. So I commend the county executive for working towards this, and this county legislature supporting it. Thank you. G 9920.
G 9920, resolution authorizing an agreement for demolition services related to the fire training facility, central services, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 120.
G 120, resolution amending resolution number G 48519 for the purchase of highway equipment, highway department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G 10120.
G 10120, resolution authorizing purchase of computer equipment, licenses, and software, Bureau of Research and Information Services, introduced by legislators Leverage, Grant, Weaver, Stamwell, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G,
Hudson Valley Community College, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Casal, Bendet, and Doran.
on the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 10320.
G 10320, resolution authorizing purchase of Lysol for main courthouse facility systems buildings department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 10420.
G 10420, resolution authorizing an agreement for substance abuse services Department of Probation, introduced by legislators Tessman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
16 ayes, 1 abstention, Ms. Sullivan Teeter.
So moved. G, 10520.
G 10520, resolution authorizing snowmobile trail grant agreements, Bureau of Economic Development and Planning, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Bendet, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
Them trails didn't get much work this year, I can tell you that. G, 10620.
G 10620, resolution authorizing extension of monitoring services for Global Positioning System, Bureau of Central Services, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Stammel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 10720.
G 10720, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, Department of Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Tessman, Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 10820.
G 10820, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, mental health, introduced by legislators Grant, Tessman, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 10920.
G 10920, resolution authorizing amendments to agreements and amending the 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Department of Mental Health, introduced by legislators Grant, Tessman, Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11020.
G 11020, resolution appointing 2 members to the Rensselaer County Community Services Board Mental Health Department, introduced by legislators Grant, Tessman, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11120.
G 11120, resolution authorizing a contract for work related to county office building emergency backup power buildings department, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11220.
G 11220, resolution authorizing a service agreement for fire alarm system at the main courthouse and annex buildings department, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11320.
G 11320, resolution authorizing contract for patching and painting at the Rensselaer County Courthouse and amending the 2020 adopted Rensselaer County budget buildings department, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11420.
G 11420, resolution authorizing the Rensselaer County Executive to submit transit funds application and authorizing an agreement for rural transit services, Bureau of Economic Development and Planning, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Bendet, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11520.
G 11520, resolution amending the Troy Senior Center capital project budget buildings department, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question?
If I may?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I would just like, in light of, in reference to this resolution with the speaker that we had tonight from the Senior Citizens Center, you know, it's all new to us that they were going to do this collaboration at the Boys and Girls Club in Lansingburg. Not that I think it's a good or bad idea until I get more information on it. I think, though, we should all go a little forward here, considering, you know, the plea that we had from the seniors in Troy tonight. I mean, this is the first step of moving forward. If it's just going to be a temporary situation, as the county executive mentioned earlier, maybe we could all kind of, with the Department of Aging, you know, brainstorm a little bit about other possibilities that are served the senior.
Sure, I agree. And as we know, it's been very hard trying to find a suitable location that provides parking, provides easy access, provides the room that they need. So that's been a challenge. So you're right. Collaboratively, I hope that we can work that out and keep the seniors happy. Yeah, and they'll go to. Yeah, you know. Did we finish that?
Resolution amending the 2020 Rensselaer County Adopted Budget Highway Department, introduced by legislators Harrington, Bailey, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11720.
G 11720, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, public defender, conflict defender, and county attorney, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11820.
G 11820, resolution authorizing the amendment of the 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Unified Family Services Aging, introduced by legislators Bailey, Peter, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 11920.
G 11920, resolution authorizing contracts to provide personal care services under the expanded in-home services for the elderly program ISAP, Unified Family Services Aging, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Bailey, Peter, and Fleming.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12020.
G 12020, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budget, public defender, conflict defender, and county attorney, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12120.
G 12120, resolution authorizing a maintenance contract for the Emergency Communications Generator Equipment, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12220.
G 12220, resolution authorizing an agreement for the 911 computer-aided dispatch system support, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12320.
G 12320, resolution authorizing an agreement for the 911 phone system support and amending the 2019 Rensselaer County adopted budget, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12420.
G 12420, resolution authorizing a maintenance contract for the digital radio system, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12520.
G 12520, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, public defender, and conflict defender, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12620.
G 12620, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, public defender, conflict defender, and county attorney, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12720.
G 12720, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 Rensselaer County adopted budgets, Bureau of Public Safety, introduced by legislators Testman, Grant, and Weaver.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12820.
G 12820, resolution authorizing the reconveyance of certain real property to former owners who paid tax arrearages in full prior to scheduling of the auction sale, Bureau of Finance, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Stammel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 12920.
G 12920, resolution authorizing the reconveyance of certain real property to the former owners who paid tax arrearages in full prior to scheduling of auction sale, Bureau of Finance, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Stammel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
All right, so moved. G, 12920.
G 13020.
13020.
Resolution authorizing contract extensions with Color City Auction Realty and Management, Bureau of Finance, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Grant, Weaver, Stammel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 13120.
G 13120, resolution approving the Rensselaer County Investment Policy, Bureau of Finance, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Stammel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 13220.
G 13220, resolution authorizing extension of contracts with the New York State Board of Elections and amending the 2019 and 2020 adopted Rensselaer County budgets, Board of Elections, introduced by legislators Loveridge, Stammel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 13320, 13320.
G 13320, resolution authorizing purchase of voting machines and amending the 2020.
G, 13420.
G 13420, resolution amending the 2019 and 2020 adopted Rensselaer County Budget Board of Elections, introduced by legislators Lovers, Stamel, and Grimm. This is also as amended in special rules.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 13520.
G 13520, resolution authorizing purchase of desktop scanners from SHI International Board of Elections, introduced by legislators Lovers, Stamel, and Grimm.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 13520.
G
3620, I'm sorry.
G 13620, resolution authorizing the purchase of highway equipment, Highway Department, introduced by Chairman Stamel.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. G, 13720.
P 13720,
13720.
resolution adjourning the March 10th, 2020 legislative meeting in memory of Rensselaer County legislator, the Honorable Steve Dworsky, introduced by legislators Grimm and the entire legislative body.
On the question? All in favor? Opposed?
17 ayes.
So moved. P, 13820.
P 13820, resolution calling on members of the New York State Senate and Assembly to reject the governor's SFY 2020